Hey folks, today I want to show you how easy it is to set up an in-home studio for videos. This one happens to be in my garage and it was relatively inexpensive. Total supplies under $400, and if you include the camera, which I'll tell you about, I'm still under $1,000 to build a studio, and I wanted something that was easy to set up and take down. The bookcases obviously are going to stay up all the time, so this could be in a spare bedroom. This happens to be in my garage. But I can still fit the car in here when I tear everything down. So let me tell you a little bit about what I've done here. About 3 bookcases at IKEA. I think they're called Billy bookcases, and the 3 of them combined were about $240, easy setup. I like the dark background. It also gives me an opportunity to put up a few little pieces up there, and just raided a garage for things to put on the shelf and a couple of junk shops. And there's a few things up there that are important to me. But that's basically the set that I wanted. Now, if you're going to have a dark background, though, you need to have good lighting. And for my lighting, I'm not sure this is good lighting, but here's what I did. I used these can lights that I just, you can buy at your local hardware store. They should be under $7 or so. And in these, I bought a set of compact fluorescent bulbs. They're 60-watt bulbs. Importantly, they're 5000 K because you want to get it to match daylight. And if you get things less than 5000 K, it'll turn you yellow, which probably isn't a good idea. The other thing I did is when I set up the lighting, which is you're going to spend most of the time getting your lighting set up, I found that it was still too bright. So parchment paper just out of the kitchen, clipped it on there with some clothespins, and I've got my lighting. I have 2 of these as my key light, and it's about 3 feet off to my left here and about 6 feet high. And then my fill light is another foot further back to my right side, and it's just a single clamp light. And then I've got the hair light behind me, which is just off camera, and it's up about 9 feet shining down. I bought 3 light stands from Amazon, and I want to say I spent $40 for the light stands. Lighting is going to take you the longest time to set it up and get it just right, to move them around, and I have marks on my floor so I can take this down and set it back up again relatively easy. Another important thing to consider is I put cardboard over the windows in the garage because I want to have the lighting the same every time I shoot. So I wanted to set it up so that I can just come back out into the garage anytime, set up and shoot, and I'll have the same results when I do that. The other thing that's critically important to me in shooting videos is to have halfway decent sound. And you're not going to get that unless you have a mic. This particular video, I'm shooting with a less than $20 lavalier mic that's connected to my DSLR. Important thing to remember, though, if you're going to use a lavalier mic with a single lens reflex, is you need to have one of these battery packs. And you want a nice long cord so you can have the camera back away. So this is really handy, and I just have the lavalier hidden underneath my shirt here so you don't see this big old button hanging out there. So that's basically the sound and the lighting, parchment paper. For the camera, you can shoot with any camera you want. You can shoot with your phone. You'll get really nice results. What I wanted to do, though, is I wanted to shoot with a single lens reflex on manual settings. And I'll put the settings up here in a minute that I ended up shooting it with. I also wanted to have control of the aperture because I wanted the background to be just a slight bit out of focus. So I set the manual focus for where I am so we can get a little bit of that graininess in the background, which I think is a nice look. I don't know if you like it or not. So basically, bookcase is $240, light stands $40, lights $30, bulbs $10, mic $20, tripod about $30. So I'm well under $400 to set up the studio. And I got my camera for under $600. It's a Canon T6i. If you're going to shoot, there's other cameras, there's point and shoots, and for example, the base model of the Canon, the T6, doesn't have a mic jack. And that's okay, you can still shoot, but what you're going to need to do then is take the lavalier mic and hook it up to your phone, your iPad, your computer, and record a separate track. And there's free apps out there that make it very easy to edit sound and make the quality better, get rid of any snaps and any hums that might be happening out there. So that's basically my studio. I hope you like it. I'm going to be shooting a whole bunch more videos here. And the next one I'm going to shoot is how I edited this video in case anybody's interested. So I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you tune in again soon. Take care.